Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Regular Girl Reviews podcast. Damn, I take a week off and I can't even do my intro anymore. It's me, your girl Tony, the regular girl doing the reviews. I missed you guys so much last week after episode 5.5 where I just kind of like spilled my entire soul out to you guys. I needed to take a minute. So I'm so sorry for not announcing it to you guys and not making a whole big thing about it. But to be quite frank, I just didn't want to have to deal with a whole bunch of stuff. So here we are. And usual disclaimer, I cuss like an obscene amount. If you're not into that, if that, is offensive to you or whatever, please feel free to find another podcast. However, if your friends are into some foul language, make sure you share the link with them and we can hang out. So today, you guys, I'm starting a new series on my podcast. It won't be every week, but here and there, there'll be, it'll be just me and a creator that I adore, kicking it, talking, chit-chatting and all that. And this week, the first creator joining me for this new little segment, tentatively called Creator's Corner, I might change it by the time I upload this, who knows, is my sweet little cheesecake bite, Emily Hanhan. I love her so much.
Hello. Hey, Tony. Hello, everybody. I was just sitting here silently like, and because I am a YouTube creator, I'm like, oh yeah, nobody can see my face, which is cool. That's great.
Right.
But I'm over here like emoting, and then I'm like, oh, Tony can see my face. That's what matters.
And what I'll probably do since I'm recording this and not streaming
Yeah.
it live is typically what I do is I'll post the podcast audio on whichever day I feel like it. And then the next day I post it to YouTube. Yeah. So eventually they'll see it. Yeah, so emoting is cool.
I'm a creator. I have cats, and Tyrion, who is the biggest asshole of the bunch, but I love him, always likes to get in my space, and he was trying to climb over as you were talking, and I was like, please just don't step on my keyboard and shut something down, and like right. So he's right now off screen, but taking some attention. But that's okay because multitasking is kind of life these
especially
days.
now. Yeah,
yeah.
Ted is. I think he's sleeping in my closet still because that's his thing. He whines and cries and bitches and moans in the morning, so I'll get up to feed him. I feed him. Then he wants to come into my bedroom. He comes into the room. He rubs on my legs while I'm at my desk working, and then he'll jump on my bed. He'll sleep there for a couple of hours. He'll get down, go to the bathroom, eat some food, and then he's in my closet for the rest of the day. That's his little office.
He has a space. Yeah, that's
right. Just leave me alone so I can get some work done today. Please and thank you.
Seriously, it's funny where I'm like, okay, we'll like cuddle and hang out and whatever. And then I'm like, okay, I have things to do and I'll try to do them. And then it'll just be like, oh no, now it's time to do things with me. And it's like, but I just spent like 3 hours this morning cuddling with you. Like,
we live together. We're together all the time.
I never leave the house, particularly because of the pandemic. Like I was already pretty much a homebody before this, but now I don't really have a choice. So you see me all the time.
Exactly. You see me all the time. So please just relax.
So yeah, but I would choose. I mean, I chose the cat life. I would choose no other.
Same. I grew up with cats. My mom was a cat lady. Yeah. So like all my life we've had cats. So I actually have a coffee cup on my desk right now that has a bunch of my brushes in it that says crazy cat lady because I'm a crazy cat lady. Even though I only have one, but I'm crazy because
you made the choice to bring cats in your life. You're probably
right.
A little bit off your rocker, just a little bit.
And you're definitely not super sensitive because cats will pay you dust real quick. And then be like, oh wait, excuse me, I'm ready for your attention now.
Yeah.
Kind of like
your attention just means like food. Well, that's true. Yeah. That's why I don't fuck with men.
Listen.
I mean,
it's embarrassing.
The favorite thought that I've seen out in the universe, in like the one that floats back into my head pretty often, is like sexuality is not a choice, because I would choose not to be attracted to men if I could. Like, that was
Listen,
every woman that I know.
because that's the truth, because they will make you fucking crazy. So before we get into some random stuff, let the listeners know a little bit about your channel, where they can find you, all of that social media jazz we're supposed to do.
Yes. It's good to do it at the front of something rather than the end, because not always everyone makes it to the end.
And I'll
So,
definitely forget by the end. So there's that.
okay. So my name is Emily Hanhan. I have a YouTube channel under the same name. I think you can actually go to youtube.com/Emily Hanhan, and that will work. And if not, you can find me. I'm literally, I think, the only person with that name in the universe. I am on Instagram and Twitter at Nomnivorous, which is like the word omnivorous, but with an N in the front, because my internet career kind of started doing food stuff, and I
Oh,
still
really?
do food stuff like freelance. But then I discovered the beauty makeup world, particularly the indie world, and I
Mhm.
realized all the joys it could bring. And then about it was March of 2019, I finally started my channel, and I've been doing it on and off ever since. And by on and off, I say I'm not a consistent uploader. So
Me either. Don't feel bad. I know people who are subscribed to my YouTube channel are like, this bitch. Like, is she ever gonna post a video? Maybe. Okay.
yeah,
I got some shit to going on, but
yeah,
I promise I'll have a video that isn't just the podcast audio for you guys
that's all
soon.
good. But
Maybe.
I love that you always warn people at the front that you curse, because like my whole tagline, which a friend and subscriber wrote, like, created, and I think of her every time I say it. I love colorful makeup and colorful
I
language.
love it. When you were literally just now talking about your channel, I literally almost said your intro. I'm not gonna lie.
I love
I
it.
love it. I love it so much, because I feel like, especially as somebody who watches your channel like
Hmm.
faithfully, I feel like there is no better tagline for you than that. Somebody that loves colorful makeup and colorful language, because
Yeah.
that's your channel. Like, I can't believe it's only been since March of last year. I feel like I've been following you for so much longer than that.
Well, that's kind of what happened, is that I have been watching YouTube videos. I've been on Twitter and Instagram. I feel like I'm just and I say this complimentary, but not everybody would use this phrase complimentary. I'm a creature of the internet. I
Mhm,
have been from a pretty young age, I would say.
mhm.
And so I've just always been active in different communities. And then I feel like for me, and it's funny because it's how I found you, finding the Half Cousins podcast is
Yes,
what really got me active. Like, I was already following Lacey and Georgia, and I love both of them. And they were already a huge part of like creators that I really like.
right,
And then that podcast, which if you don't know, it's basically it's a live stream, but it's also a podcast, and they've
right.
kind of transitioned it to be more of something that's more accessible as a podcast, but it started as like a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
And because they would have people on, sometimes they would bring on their subscribers or patrons to be a
yeah,
part of the live stream and talking with people in the chat and all of that. I think that, along with actually getting to know Lacey outside of just being a subscriber, like kind of becoming internet friends, and the same with Teresa. Teresa is dead, if anybody doesn't know
I
Teresa.
mean, if you don't know who Teresa is, like, for us to even have to say the is dead part,
Yeah,
you're clearly
exactly.
new to YouTube.
Yeah. So, and like that is one of the few perks of, she lives in New York, I live in New York. We live in totally different areas, but
Mhm.
we've been able to actually hang out. And I think I might have just started my channel the first time we actually interacted in person. But anyway, basically discovering these different creators doing like more indie makeup, kind of just being their full weird selves on the
Mhm,
internet, is
mhm.
what inspired me to finally actually make a channel,
Right.
because I was buying a lot of makeup. I was buying things that my creator people that I love and friends were telling me about. I would post like selfies on Instagram with like makeup involved.
Yeah.
But then finally I was like, okay, let's just do it. Let's
Right.
do it. Let's do the thing that feels like this huge, overwhelming idea, but also something I'm interested in.
Hmm.
And no regrets is basically how I feel. Of course, putting yourself on the internet always comes with stuff.
Yeah.
But basically it was March of 2019, so it's been a little over a year and a half. And I've been really happy and thankful that like my channel has grown to where it is. I'm under just a little bit under 3,000 subscribers, which is amazing. I mean, I have a friend, one of my good friends. She's had a YouTube channel for a very long time,
Hmm.
and she's tried different things on there. She's not a beauty person, but
Okay.
she's like, I've had mine for like 4 years and I barely have 100 subscribers.
Oh
And she
wow.
said that in love, but
Yeah.
she's like, you're doing your thing. And I was like,
You're
okay.
killing it. Excuse me.
Thank you. Um,
I love it. I love your channel. And I definitely recommend your channel to people who are like, I'm really into colorful makeup, but how do I do it? I'm like, listen, go watch Emily, because I didn't used to do colorful makeup until I started watching Emily. And now here I am. Like, Teresa does colorful makeup too, but I don't know what it was, but I was like neutral fucking Nancy. Give me a brown eyeshadow, a brown matte, a gold shimmer, and some liquid liner and a red lip, and call it a fucking day. But
that's still a look. That is
it's a
still a
look.
look.
It's a look, and I'll go back to it every now and then. But really watching your channel and hearing you talk about indie brands and just showing different things really inspired me. Like, okay, like let me try some new stuff. And now here I am, buying all these colorful pencil liners after watching Teresa's video, because I'm determined to find the perfect drugstore
Uh-huh.
waterline eyeliner pencil. I'm still on the hunt.
Why is it so hard?
Why?
That's like, so I love colorful makeup and I have smaller eyes. I have hooded eyes. They're smaller. I don't have that much like space between my eye and my brow.
Mhm.
And so the waterline is like just one of those spaces where I'm like, yes, I want color there. I want color
Right,
everywhere.
right.
But I didn't think my eyes were sensitive, but my waterline does not like most pencils.
Mine either. Mine, they all fade, or I'll try to rub it on and they won't even show up.
Yeah,
And
it's like nothing applies.
I paid $5 for this liner. What is going on? Because I've tried higher end pencil liners. Like
Hmm.
I've used the Smashbox one, the coveted Marc Jacobs. They're so fucking good, but I will not pay that much for a liner. I physically cannot, unless I get like a Sephora gift card or something like that.
Yeah.
Then I'll blow it on that, because I want to try the Fenty ones too. But I'm not paying $22 for a pencil liner, even though I've heard they're fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
So the Marc Jacobs, the matte formula, I like more than
Yes.
the original formula.
Mm-hmm.
And the Fenty, same, the matte formula. I tried one matte and one shimmer from Fenty.
Mm-hmm.
The matte is really beautiful.
That's what I've
But
heard.
at the same time, even with those two brands, they're not giving me enough color. Where are the
Exactly.
greens? Where are the purples? Where, like, Fenty has like 3 different colors in her range that are like orangey red coral. And I'm like, you don't need 3 of those. Like, you need
Right.
like 2
One.
at the most,
Right.
one. Like, I was like, where are the other colors? Even the deeper tones. Like, yeah, she has it covered, I feel like a little bit more than Marc Jacobs,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still like not enough to make me go like, okay, well, when there's a sale, I'm gonna just buy a bunch because I don't feel like I even have like the range that I want. So,
Same. I don't have any. I have some. I've got some NYX ones recently that are
mhm,
pretty good. Um, and I'm trying out the LA Girl ones, the bright
mhm.
ones. I just got them yesterday. They're the lip liners, not the eyeliners. I didn't realize it till I brought it home, but fuck it. I'm gonna
I've seen
try it
people
anyway.
use them on their eyes.
Yeah.
For that range, the mint one works well for me. The
Mm,
yellow is pretty good. It was the best yellow I feel like I've tried, but yellow is a tricky one.
yeah.
But to me, the green barely applies to my eyes. The purple barely applies to my waterline. So am not totally in love with it.
Right.
I've heard the blue is good, but the blue is the exact same color as the Fenty one I had, so I decided to not be a total clown and waste my money on
Right.
buying another liner. It's a weird little niche of the market that I'm still unsatisfied by,
Me
and
too.
I I am finally making the the infamous, I'm calling him infamous, lethal gel pot liner purchase. I think it's happening today. And
Yeah.
that if nobody has seen Teresa talk about them, like Teresa
Right.
has a pretty sensitive waterline too, and
Mhm.
our tastes don't match up completely. But when she raved about them, I was like, okay, like,
Same.
mm,
Same. As soon as I saw her video, I was like, oh, okay, so I need these.
yeah, yeah. So
Great.
and I have no chill, so I think I'm buying almost the full collection.
Wow. Hey,
So
fuck it.
you will hear back. Like, yeah, because I was like, well, I want the yellow and the green, but then the purple is also pretty. But then the
And you can mix them together, which is
yeah,
cool. So
and
if the green isn't yellow enough, you can throw that yellow in there. I like
and
that a
that's
lot.
the thing that I realize, and like I there's a lot of drugstore and I would say lower priced indie makeup that I love.
Hmm.
But I also find myself struggle to like, okay, so pencil liners are a perfect example. I might buy 4 from LA Girl, none of them works for me. That
Right.
would be the same cost as buying one Fenty liner.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
So sometimes with some products, I'm like, okay, instead of sitting here and struggling,
Right.
let me just buy the thing I think and then life of it is
Oh,
worth.
Emily. Oh, Emily, you froze.
Oh,
Okay, you're slowly coming back.
if any not know, yard is
Yeah, StreamYard is a mess, y'all. Sorry.
yeah,
But this was like the easiest way for us to connect and me record it so you guys can hear it. So please bear with us while StreamYard does what StreamYard does. while I'm waiting for, Emily's.
people to
There you go. Okay. What is happening? Okay,
okay.
there we go.
At the same time, Tyrion just knocked over something off my table, which is as per usual.
Of course he did. He's like, listen, I'm going to leave you alone, but I just want to remind you that I'm still here.
In the struggle to try closer to me without getting in the space, and he'll be like, "Get back off." He just
Mhm.
like pushes things. He's like, "I'm gonna sit down now," and I'm like,
Could you sit over there? Because all my shit is right here. Thanks.
"Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, okay." This is why I can't put anything breakable on any surface.
Right. Because Lord knows,
Yeah.
any day now it could be Shattertown.
Well, I'm curious now with the liners. Like, is there another part of your makeup world where you feel like you still don't have a product that like does it for you at the price point that you want or like the performance you want?
That's a good question. I would probably, gosh, I don't know. Because I have so much shit. Um, y'all can see a little bit of my mess behind me. I definitely need to reorganize and clean this, but I can't be bothered, to be quite honest.
Same.
I know where shit is, and that's all that matters.
Mhm.
I guess I would say matte, dark greens, and dark blues. Not blue,
Mm,
but navy blue. Like
okay.
specifically navy blue
Mhm.
and specifically dark green. Because like I'll find the dark army greens, but they're always slightly off.
Yeah.
Or when I put it on my eyes, it doesn't read the way I want it to. And
Mhm.
with navy blue, I find so often brands label it navy blue when it's really more like a royal blue or a primary blue.
Yeah.
But those two colors of eyeshadow particularly are probably, oh, and yellow. I cannot find a yellow eyeshadow that doesn't have that ashy white base. So I put it on and I'm like, I could have just used a translucent powder for this.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Oh, nothing makes me more angry than a yellow based white eyeshadow. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. And it's hard to, because I have tons of eyeshadows, but it's hard to mix some because some brands don't mesh well with other brands. You never know how the lasting power is it going to be affected by adding something different. Like there's too many variables. I just want like the color of my sweater is the color yellow eyeshadow that I am permanently on the hunt for. And that's pretty much, those are probably my three top, because like for my brows, I have a favorite brow pencil. It's not affordable, but I have some affordable options that I use.
Yeah.
But only because when I started doing my brows, the only brow pencils I heard about were ABH and Benefit. I don't like the ABH one. It's way too dry for me. I feel like you do one stroke and it breaks. That sort of shit. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But the Benefit ones, especially the Goof Proof, my holy grail eyebrow pencil. Always. But Milani makes one that I really like too. It's just it's got a little bit too much slip to it, which is
it
cool.
That pomade one? The pomade pencil from Milani?
I think that's what it's called. Yeah, the Stay Put Brow Sculpting Mechanical Pencil.
Oh, that's different. There's one that Audra actually turned me on to it's called the pomade pencil.
Oh yeah, and it's a wooden pencil, right?
It's a wooden pencil and it's a creamier formula. I like that one, but I haven't tried a lot of brow pencils, but a lot of those waxy formulas, like I never feel like I feel like I have to like shove it onto my eye to get the impact that I want.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like because I don't put foundation really on my brow. I don't know what it is, but that formula just doesn't work for me. It's not one that I can deal with. So the Milani one's a little bit slippery, but I like it the most out of anything I've tried.
Yeah, I like a little bit more slip to my brow pencil just so that way, first of all, I'm not sitting there for 25 minutes just trying to outline them.
Yeah, exactly.
Much less fill them in. And then I don't have to use as much. Because it's so creamy, I can spread it through my 16 brow hairs and I'm good to go. Let me see. So you told me why you finally started a channel.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about being a creator on YouTube?
Oh, okay. So I think my favorite thing and the thing that finally inspired me to make a channel is honestly seeing fat babes like Teresa and Lacey and Georgia and Lauren May Beauty and Cora Diane Vintage or Tacky, who happened to be the very first person I found on YouTube.
Wow.
The goddess was looking down on me when Vintage or Tacky is the first person I find on YouTube.
Yeah.
Being able to just be myself and be a fat woman on the internet looking like a colorful clown, like that's one of the most satisfying parts of doing it, and of having people like feel a connection to that, whether or not it's like, oh, I would wear that makeup, just being like, oh, cool, I like your style, or like things that and then having a channel has helped me. It helps me like talk it out, like talking to a camera when I do my get ready with me's, where it's kind of like a life update or a mental health update, like so I do those, and I don't they're a regular thing that I do, but I try not to do them too often, where I just like kind of I'm sitting down and like in a way I'm checking in with myself, and I'm also checking in with anyone that watches me, and having a space where I can share that's also really amazing, because actually talking things out versus writing them, I've realized it is a totally different, like I knew that, but I didn't give myself the space to do that for my own personal. I didn't, like I talk out problems or brainstorm in work situations, and I love doing that. But doing it just for myself in my space for my channel has been amazing. So I think just being a person on the internet and being able to be who I am without feeling too much pressure to change or hem myself in
Right.
is like my favorite part of having a channel and being a creator.
I think that there's been this shift taking place on YouTube for the past couple of years to
Mm-hmm.
where the smaller creators are really where it's at right now. You know,
Yeah.
it's not all about the Jimmy Chucks or the Nikki Toots, or you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
It's
yeah.
people under 50,000, under
Mm-hmm.
10,000 subscribers really making an impact on and keeping the platform together, because these
Yeah.
larger influencers are boring, totally unrelatable. Like
Yeah.
I can't relate to buying a Birkin bag. Like, are you crazy? I
No.
could never, literally never. And my whole apartment isn't white marble and silver and
And
millennial
just
pink
glossy, like everything
and
is shiny.
super clean.
Yeah.
I'll watch these big YouTuber videos sometimes, like if they're reviewing a product or whatever, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, whose house is that clean all the time? I don't understand.
Unless you're at a place that you're privileged enough to hire somebody to do it all the time. And as
Exactly.
soon as if I ever hit that point, I will hire that person.
Same.
As problematic or not as it might be, like that is
Hey,
a
fuck
part of
it.
my life that I struggle with a lot. So yes, I would
Yes.
do that.
I would
But yeah,
happily employ someone to clean my home.
easily.
Happily.
I'm like, let me pay your yearly salary. Like,
Girl, here, can we do a contract,
yeah,
a
like
monthly
anything.
thing? Because, girl, I don't
Yeah,
want to do none of this shit.
yeah. So it's been really amazing, you're right, to like find these smaller creators and then also to see them grow.
Yeah,
And but I don't feel like there's this weird space with YouTube where as somebody grows, there's this like resentment towards people. There's this, these feelings of like, oh, you're changing. But
right.
I see people grow. I mean, I think about Alicia Kinky Sweat.
Yes,
She is like a role model in so many different ways to me. And her
seriously.
channel is growing, and that's
Yeah.
amazing. And I'm like
Mm,
so excited for her. And I see her upping her game with her camera and her lighting, and like
mhm.
she will put in the work to buy a product but get it early. But I
Right.
don't see her changing
Me
the
either.
way you see like where you've seen other creators grow, and then there's that weird like, "Oh, you're not how you used to be. I
Right.
don't think I wanna
You're
watch
kind of
you anymore."
right. You're kind of stuck up now. Like,
Yeah. Or, like,
where's
you're seem really unrelatable, like, you're talking
yeah,
about, like, buying another home or,
right.
like, things like that where it's just really nice to see creators be able to grow, but I don't either there's not a there's the parasocial relationship isn't where I feel like I'm owed something from them, because
Yes.
that's also part of it is like
Mhm.
this feeling of like, well, this is you owe this to your subscribers. It's like for a lot of creators, you're one voice of 100,000, a million, half
At
million.
least.
What does
And
one voice matter?
and I don't know you. Like, it's not, I don't owe you
Exactly.
anything. And that
Exactly.
for me, seeing small creators who stick by that without being assholey about it, but are like,
Mhm.
listen, this is the content I make. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. And if you fuck with me, I love you. If not, hey, cool.
Exactly.
There's
Yeah.
a plethora of other creators that you can watch or listen to, depending on the medium, that can give you what you're looking for. As for
Exactly.
me, that ain't it. And I find it funny how as social media has kind of grown, the sense of entitlement that the public has, not just
Yeah.
for celebrities and like singers, musicians, all that stuff, but even for content creators. Like,
Yeah.
just because we tweet each other doesn't mean that we know each other for real. And it doesn't mean that, when I post my podcast, I have to talk about the things that you want to talk about. This is my podcast. I talk
Yep.
about what I want to talk about. That's why before I even launched the podcast, I made a whole big thing like, listen, y'all, this is what you're going to get: A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
when I finally gave in to Lacey's bullying and started my YouTube channel. Listen, y'all, this is what you're gonna get. I'm not a tutorial ass kind of bitch. It's not my
Yeah.
gig. You may not see my face all the time, but here we are.
Yeah.
And so that way the content consumers' expectations, this is all you can expect. This is it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
literally telling you this is what it is. So if you have it in your mind that that's not for you, that's cool. I ain't for everybody, and I love that about me.
Exactly.
And I'm seeing that a lot in smaller creators. And as they're starting to grow, they're like, look, I'm the ones that don't have to say they're still the same because they show you they're still the same. Like
Yeah.
Hannah, Smoky
Yeah.
Glow. You know what I mean? Her channel is growing crazy, but she's still like the same as
Yeah.
from a viewer's perspective
I
as
feel
she
that.
was when
Yeah.
she was smaller. Just like Lacey and Jordan and
Jordan. Yes.
it's fine because I forget too.
So I was like, oh yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, I forget too
Yeah.
because she's always going to be Georgia to me. I know that's like
Georgia
not her name,
Peach.
but she's
Like
Georgia.
she's Georgia Peach to me, even though she's not from
Right,
Georgia. Like I
right.
think her love of peach, like that will forever just be like burned into my brain.
I'm always going to think of her as Georgia. I'll call her
Yeah.
Jordan because I know that's
Yeah.
her name, but she's always going to be Georgia to me, and I love her. But
Yeah.
that consistency in not post, because for me, if a creator doesn't post 3 times a week, I don't really give a shit. As long as when you post, you're the same as you were in the last video, then I'm cool. People need to really remind themselves that, like, yeah, we're content creators and we put out shit that we want to be viewed or whatever, obvi.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this to, while there are creators who are doing it just to get paid, and hey, no shame, do what you do. If you like it, I love it. That ain't for me.
If it satisfies you, do your thing.
I respect the hustle.
Yeah.
But people have to understand that we're not here for them. Like, they're not our supervisor. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel a lot of times when I read people's comment sections. And even though I try to stay out of the YouTube comments as much as possible, because there's always
good choice.
There's always some vitriol in there that I just can't be bothered with, which was one of the reasons it took me so long to do YouTube and to launch my podcast, because I don't have any patience for that.
Yeah.
And I'm not one who can always just delete and move on. Like, no, sometimes I'm going to have to address you because some of this shit you're saying is out of control. So I just stay out of the YouTube comments now on my own stuff and on other, unless, I check, the creator studio and somebody left a comment on one of my videos, I respond and that's it. I don't go delving else into other people's comments because I know that can be where the biggest bunch of bullshit takes place. And why? I don't understand why people, well, I do know. It's the anonymity the internet provides.
It's such a protective shell, and yet it also like lifts you up and you feel like you have this power. And it's like, oh, how many levels of toxic energy is that in like one? Like, I think about, speaking of Hannah, she just did a video recently and she talked about how she may do less of her makeup application kind of videos because whenever she does, she continually gets comments about like how her makeup, like she's not very good at makeup, her makeup doesn't look good. Why does she deserve to have an opinion about makeup if your makeup looks that bad? And like, makeup is her safe space and she really likes putting it on. And so if she's not sharing it as much in a video on her channel, this is why. And I'm like,
that's
okay,
so fucked up.
She started her channel
doing makeup.
She never said I'm a professional.
Exactly.
She was a college student with some opinions, and who liked makeup.
Like most of us.
Why does it matter? Like, why do you think that you, as somebody, as like a stranger on the internet, should share that opinion. You can have that opinion. If that's
Right.
your opinion, that's fine.
Right.
That doesn't mean I need to know it. That doesn't mean Hannah needs to know it. Like, you
Exactly.
can not like me. That's fine. You also don't need to be in my space then.
Exactly.
Like,
That's
you can get out.
right. If you know, and when I watched Hannah's video and she said that, I was like, you know, this is the bullshit that the internet has brought us. While we
Mhm.
all love how we're able to grow and progress and gain notoriety on social media, the bullshit that comes with it, like I don't see how these channels with 1 million, 10 million subscribers can even fucking fade it, because
Yeah.
I know their comments are full of bullshit. And Hannah was saying in her video how somebody said, "Oh, well, how did you get to even make a palette when you can't do makeup?" First of all, do you know how many brands are run by people who don't know how to do makeup? Let's talk about that.
Exactly.
Let's talk about
How many old white men who have never put a powder on their face
that. Mm-hmm.
own the makeup that you're buying? The makeup
Hello.
that you're buying and criticizing this creator and this indie brand about.
Exactly. Exactly. Like Jared Blandino, I don't think he was ever a makeup artist, and Too Faced, for as janky as it is still one of the most popular existing brands.
Which
People
still
buy
blows
his
my
shit.
mind. Yeah.
I don't
And
understand.
this whole concept too, it frustrates me because I think so much of the hate and so many people feel like they can openly attack people because they are women on the internet.
Yes, for
Because
sure.
Hannah is a woman on the internet,
Hmm.
and I just don't see that in the men in beauty
Oh, it definitely
in
is.
their comment section.
It's definitely different. And it's the same thing about us how when a creator is in a scandal. A
Yeah,
female creator in a scandal, more times than not, isn't even going to be able to recover from it. Like, look at
exactly.
Laura Lee. Laura Lee, Dramageddon 1 or whatever the fuck it was called. After that, her shit was never the same. And
Yeah.
yeah, people still follow her and are subscribed and support her and stuff, but she's always going to be known as the person who did the worst apology on the fucking
On the
internet.
internet. Yeah.
And meanwhile, the person who was in that drama with her is still consistently in bullshit, still somehow thriving.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
I even think about, okay, so Manny, he was in
Yeah.
that drama.
Mm-hmm.
He had his down and then he kind of came back up. But
Mm-hmm.
even lately, like he says things like he's like criticized different, especially I think of like Alicia Keys, like criticized a black woman coming into the beauty space,
Right.
gatekeeping in that way. Like he's saying things and showing like a side of himself where I'm like, okay,
Right.
a woman would have never been able to do what you did, to
Mm-hmm.
come back from what you came back from
Mm-hmm.
and then continue to mouth off.
Exactly. The same thing with James Charles. The
Yeah.
same thing with James Charles. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he's constantly in some bullshit. Like, James, you've gotten out of this shit by the skin of your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
You need to just sit back and keep it cute.
Yeah.
But men don't have that issue, period. It doesn't matter what genre or field they're in.
Yeah.
Men are always given a pass, like, oh, well, he's a guy. And so stupid is stupid and fucked up is fucked up. It
Yeah.
shouldn't matter what my genitalia is.
No.
Like, it's just like Jacqueline Hill. Jacqueline Hill, still to this day, people talk about those raggedy ass lipsticks. And I don't support her because I don't trust
Same.
her, but I would
Yeah.
never, tell anybody else not to. Hey, do what you do. But what I'm
Yeah.
not going to do is participate in the continual dragging of her. Like, people are still dragging her. I mean,
Yeah.
truth be told, she has plenty to be dragged for.
That's the thing. Is like there are plenty of things. Pick a new thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
pick the new thing. That's
Right.
where I'm at with her. It's like there's a lot I don't trust about her.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't need to go dipping back into old news to
Exactly.
criticize her.
And I don't need to
But,
talk about her weight gain
oh,
or her seemingly hypochondriac ways or her cries for attention, and
yeah,
I don't have to talk about all of that.
No.
you know, but as a woman, if I did, who knows how it would fall out for me.
Because a lot of times I feel like as women we get kind of skewered for possibly protecting other women,
Right. Which,
or
if we don't protect each other, who will?
literally nobody.
Literally nobody.
Nobody is going to. And what can you do besides help? Like, and that's the thing, is like there's so much in this world that is set up to kind of encourage women to hate other women and to
Mm-hmm.
pull them down. And I
Mm-hmm.
do think there are plenty of women that deserve to not necessarily be hate on, but they deserve their criticism.
Oh, for sure.
But that doesn't mean I need to talk about their body, their outfit, their makeup, their
Mm-hmm.
boyfriend, their girlfriend, their dog, like all
Right.
these things that have nothing to do with their ethics, their personality, their
Mm-hmm.
intelligence, any of the things that I could honestly look at somebody and be like, well, I don't agree with this decision because ethically it's totally against how what I believe, or
Right.
that seems really dumb from an intelligence perspective. Like, there are things that we can talk about, but the fact that the kind of universe sets it up so that we focus on these bullshit external things,
Right. Shit
it
that doesn't
keeps
do
us
anything.
distracted.
Right. And it doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help you, the person talking shit. It doesn't help the person you're talking shit about. And it doesn't help the rest of us who have to witness you talking this bullshit.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Oh, sorry. My work email went off. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Okay. Yeah,
That's always
y'all, I
fun.
have a square job. For those of you who may be listening who didn't know, like, this isn't my main occupation. And speaking of that, I find a lot that people think that because you create content, that that's literally all you do all day. Like, no. I have
I
a
wish.
I wish
I wish.
I wish I could just sit at home and fucking record podcasts every day and
And
not have to deal with the bullshit that is my job.
and even a year ago, I wouldn't have said that.
Mhm.
So my kind of some of my background is like I was working full time at a bakery doing like operations and social media and basically being the assistant to the owners,
Right.
aka the bitch of the bakery,
Yeah,
for
I love
about
it.
7 years.
Mhm.
About 7 years, I kind of got stuck there, if I'm being honest about it.
Mhm.
And I finally in May of 2019, I left there and I was just like, I didn't have another job lined up, which was my biggest fear. And I just kind of like did it.
Right.
And I've been doing this freelance life since. And I've always said like I don't want to own my own business in the
Mhm.
way like I don't want to own a bakery. I don't want to own a storefront.
Right.
But over the last like definitely from 2020 starting, I've
Mhm.
kind of realized that if doing this online stuff was could pay the bills,
Mhm.
I would happily just do this. Like
Seriously.
the fact that like doing more live streams, because if you're not familiar with me, I do a live stream twice a week, usually Tuesdays and Thursdays with
Mhm.
Audra at home, another amazing human being who I'm so
Yes.
happy to have in my life.
I love her so much.
Like a gift
She's
fell into my
truly a
lap
gift.
like in like October, November of 2019. I found her through other live streams and I said this a lot and I stand by this. When I found her channel, I was like, why the fuck does she not have more subscribers?
I
I
still
was like,
ask
why? And
why.
she was under 1,000 subscribers then. And I was just like, YouTube, you're fucking up right now. Like
For
you should
sure.
like, and so I've it's been a joy to like watch her channel grow, but just be her friend.
Yeah.
But so I do live streams with her twice a week and I do YouTube videos, and my like the kind of videos that I play with indie makeup, I do colorful makeup like as get ready with me's, I'll do reviews and favorites and tags, and I also love doing like overhead filming like palette creation videos,
Mhm.
either where I like dupe out like a palette that's being released by Too Faced or Colored Rain or whoever, and also just build my own color stories. And
Mhm.
as I've grown as like the kind of videos that I like to do, I'm like, yeah, I would do this full time if I could.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
between that and the live streams, which I think could transition to kind of podcast style the way
For
Half
sure.
Cousins has, like there's just so much more that can be done.
Like, honestly, I don't know why you and Audra don't have a podcast together. Honestly, every time I watch you guys on live, I think about how, like, damn, I wish this was a fucking podcast. I wish this was a podcast so I wouldn't have to read the live comments because I get distracted. But like,
Understandable. Yeah.
but like, this should be a podcast. You and Audra as a podcast team, oh, bitch. That would be quality fucking content. Because
I love it.
The way you two interact with each other and play off of each other is just like chef's kiss. I love, 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 love you two together. And I love you guys both separately, obvi. We wouldn't be talking today. But I will say I'm like low-key a stan of y'all. Like, there's very few people who really, when I watch their content, even before I ever have a conversation, there's very few creators that, for lack of a better term, stick to me. To where there's some creators who I'm subscribed, but I watch here and there. But
sporadically,
yeah. Some people, or I don't even watch them at all. I just keep forgetting to unsubscribe, and then they upload a video. I'm like, oh, I'll unsubscribe later, and then I keep forgetting. But watching you and Audra, there's a few others. I feel like I'm literally with my homegirls. Like, I'm literally with my friends. And for me, at this point, that's what keeps me watching a creator. So seeing you two grow as channels, as individuals, and to see how you guys are growing together because of these weekly lives you guys do, and, you know, Lagutta Gang and the comments and everything. Like, I love it. I love it. Certain people, just seeing them succeed is everything for me. And y'all are definitely on that list. It's amazing. It's awesome seeing people that you respect. You don't, because I think a lot of people forget that you can respect someone and not know them. Okay. It's called human decency. But anyway.
And you can also like respect somebody and not even like their content.
Exactly.
Like, that's also part of it. There are people where I'm like, okay, you're either we have different makeup styles or you're more focused on this other thing or whatever. I might not click with what you're making, but I see what you're doing and I respect it. And I'm not mad or jealous or angry over your growth. It's the people that like, because I struggle with jealousy. I definitely do with my own close friends, with strangers. Like, I definitely struggle with like, I want that. Like, I want that.
Why do they get to have it?
And then that, like, why?
What's wrong with me that I don't have it? Because I deserve.
Exactly. I work my ass off. I totally get it. And so being able to like become friends also with people that I just like really love and respect, and like I love watching their like what they do on the internet, and like I want to see more, and I want to see them like grow. I want to see them get PR. I want to see them get collaborations. I want to see them collaborating with other bigger channels, growing. Like, that's cool shit to me, and that's what also keeps me excited about being on the internet, like making videos, still watching a lot of videos, like a lot. And that's the other thing that I think is tricky, is like I think as your channel grows and as your like responsibilities and like kind of tasks as a content creator grows, I see more and more people, like as that happens, they watch less and less YouTube. And I am trying to fight against that because I really like the community part of it. And that's what got me into doing this. Like, watching videos, leaving comments, being part of live streams is what got me to finally do the damn thing.
Same.
So I don't want to lose that, but I see how it happens and I don't really know how to like fight against it. And I also see people saying it because they don't want to like not copy what other people are doing, or like if you're doing a review. I mean, that's happened to me. So a brand that I have much love for that noticed me and has sent me PR, my first brand ever, Kaleidos.
Yes, I was so excited. I was like, oh shit, I'm getting it. I
It's
was
been
happy.
so exciting. It felt so cool. So I got it started with their last collection and they just released a new collection
Yeah.
recently-ish. Mine finally got to me yesterday as the time of us talking.
Mm,
Um, but there have been a lot of reviews already up because bigger channels have gotten their PR earlier, plus the USPS, thanks to a lot of different reasons, has been
yeah.
slower.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't been watching, and people that I love, like Tina the Fancy Face, Laura May Beauty, like other people where I'm like, I don't want to watch their reviews because I kind of want to go in with as much of a clean mental space as I can.
Right.
But that also means not supporting some of my faves
Right.
right when they need, right when in that like the first 24 to 48 hours when like views and engagement is really important.
Right.
So it's interesting being like, okay, I see how you can fall out of like watching as much YouTube, but that's also part of what makes doing YouTube so much fun is like
Right.
being supportive. So I don't know, it's just one of those things that I see as like, I see why this can be a problem and I don't have a fix yet, but it's something I think about because I see that a lot. And to me, that ties into lack of relatability.
Yes.
When you used to be active in the community and
Hmm.
then your channel grows so much and then you're not.
Right.
And that's when I'm like,
You
okay,
lose touch
now
with
you
your
don't
audience.
care because you
Right.
have a bigger platform.
Which
And so
means
you
you
don't
have a
really
bigger
have
check, which means you
exactly.
have bigger PR coming, which means you
Hmm.
have brands watching your channel. So you don't really care about the 25 people who have been subscribed to you since
Yeah.
day one, you
Or
know?
even watching your friends or people that
Hmm.
you supposedly support. Like,
Hmm.
okay, you say you're like friends with people in the community or you love this person or you'll shout them out in a video,
Hmm.
but then I'm like, okay, but how, what video of theirs did you actually see
Exactly.
recently?
Have you shared any of their videos
That
recently?
too. Like,
Like, have you retweeted when they post that they have a new video out? Because for me, that's huge. For me,
and
I
every
may not
time
get,
you do that, I'm just like, my heart grows like 3 sizes.
because I'm huge on support. Like, I may not be able to get to watch it right now, but
Yeah,
my homegirls are putting out some shit. So go watch it.
yeah,
Like, that's just my way. It's always been me. Even before I was a creator myself.
yeah.
That's
No,
just
you've been doing this for for a long time,
that's
and
just me.
it's only been, as you said, the bullying that you're finally like, okay, I'll make a podcast, I'll make a channel.
Right. Because like legit, people have been in comments sections on my various platforms for
Yeah,
fucking years. Like,
yeah.
Tony, I
The
loved you on the Half Cousins. When are you gonna start a YouTube channel? Bitch,
the
never.
first time I saw you on the Half Cousins, I was like, she should have a channel. I didn't even have a
Everybody
channel
said
yet. Like she should have.
everybody every time I've ever done Half Cousins, somebody at least during the comments or whatever, except for this last time because I already had my podcast by then. But and I didn't see it. So when people see something in you that you don't see in yourself,
That's so
that's
amazing.
it's so amazing. And I feel like as a supporter of content, not even because I make content, because way, 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 way before I started doing beauty pictures on Instagram and my blog and all that other shit, like promotion was my thing. And
Mm,
supporting people was my thing. Like I've just always done it. It's what I
yeah.
know. So to not see what I could bring to the space was a lot for me. And it took a lot for me to really just be like, okay, get out of your head about it. You can fucking do it. It's not like you've never done a podcast before, because
Yeah.
I've been doing this internet radio that long ago for like 10 years,
Yeah.
basically. So it's not that I don't know how to do it. It's not that I don't have the skill level. It's not that I don't know how it works. It's purely me in my own head. So I finally got out of my own fucking head. I was like, you know what? I turned 40 this year. Let me fucking get my life together and start doing shit that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And a big thing for me was to go into it with the mentality of anybody who's going to listen is going to listen because they want to. Anybody who has something negative to say, we're going to have something negative to say regardless. They just picked you. So fuck it.
Yeah.
And that's really been helpful for me to just finally get out of my own head and stop making myself terrified of things that honestly I haven't even experienced. I haven't gotten any,
Yeah.
shitty comments or shitty tweets about my look or my podcast episodes or whatever. And honestly, I'm a little freaked out. I'm a little freaked out. Like,
it is really funny how like we make things worse in our head
yep,
than they ever not than they ever could be, because the internet is a brutal space.
for sure.
But I think that there is a lot of love that
Mhm.
also comes from the internet that oftentimes, now I think as channels grow, that's probably it's more challenging, but right
Yeah,
now for me, the love far outweighs the criticism that I don't like or the direct hate. Like
for sure.
the hate can happen, but I would say especially on YouTube, I know you were saying like you don't like to go in the comments.
Mhm.
Having words that are blocked so that like they don't even hit your comment section is
Yeah,
good. It's a good place to start,
yeah.
particularly if you have things that you feel more sensitive about yourself about, like things
Mhm.
that you're more critical about
Right.
towards yourself. Having those words kind of blocked where you're like, I don't want to see it. I don't care.
Mhm.
I don't want to see it. And hiding people, YouTube does a lot of bad shit.
Mhm.
YouTube has a lot to get better,
For sure.
but their hide function is truly like internet passive aggressive beauty. Because in case because anyone is not aware, what the hide function does is that so let's say you get a comment and the person is just like aggravating, or like I've hit people where like they ask questions, they're like kind of spoking like these weird like emotional labor questions in the comments,
Mhm.
like where they're asking things where you're just like, there's a whole internet out there, and instead you're asking like one black woman in my comments to tell you about AAVE. Like I'm gonna hide you, because I mean that's one example, but it's also good for like trolls or anybody
Yeah.
else. Basically, they can continue to comment. They see their comments. You as the creator don't see their comments, and
Mm.
none of your audience sees it.
Whew. Can't wait
So
to fire that shit off on somebody.
they are literally in their own little like bubble of anonymity, and they have no idea.
Oh, that's
They
fucking
can watch
fantastic.
your videos, give you all the engagement, like all of that. They think that they have like said some crazy cool shit. They've like ruined my day, or
Right.
they've called out something that I said that was incorrect, even though it's like an opinion, and you're like, sure,
I never
Jan.
said it was fact.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and they have no idea that nobody else can see it and I can't see it.
Oh, I love that.
It's truly
I
just like,
love me some passive aggressive internet shit, man.
yeah, yeah.
Woo! Because I mean,
So
I'm a shady bitch in real life. So when I can do some shady shit to somebody on the internet, oh bitch. And then
yeah,
they don't even know. So I'm just keying it up in the background and laughing. Oh, I love
yeah.
it.
It's
But
such a
please,
good feeling.
but y'all, please don't take this as an invitation to do some fuck shit in my comments.
Oh yeah, no.
Because
None
I'm
of it.
going right, because I'm gonna say something to you, then I'll hide you. So you can just keep on going on and on and on. But everybody else will see that I told you to kiss my ass first.
You poked the bear, and
Don't
then you're like,
don't
we're gone.
poke the bear. Leave me alone. My Twitter account has already been suspended 3 fucking times. I
That
cannot.
is madness.
Emily, I don't fucking understand it. I don't understand it. When there are people who tweet way worse shit than me, our president
Exactly.
included. So for
Exactly.
my most recent suspension was all because I said some guy on a reality show needed to get his ass kicked. He needs his ass kicked. He's a dog. He's married. He's married to this chick and fucking all these other girls. He needs his ass beat. But Twitter, that was my final one. Twitter was like, you know what? We're sick of her shit. We can't let her prosper anymore. But thankfully, I had my OG Twitter account still, so I just kind of changed my username and shit like that, and I'm back in business. But they still haven't even said anything to me about that suspension. It's been suspended for 2 weeks, and I love that page. Everything on that Twitter for me exemplified where I am. Like, it's all makeup
Yes.
people and drama and some politics thrown in or whatever. It's all well-rounded people of all different backgrounds, people that I got used to talking to every day.
Yeah.
So when I had to go back to my old page, I was like, man, this fucking sucks. And I'm not tweeting as much because the vibe, I don't know what it is.
Different.
The
Yeah.
vibe is different. And like, I just don't.
Twitter ruined your flow. Like, they ruined it.
Jack fucked up my flow, and I will never forgive him.
And
I
it's
want my
just,
shit back.
it's so, like, there's so much about, like, there's so much to, like, life on the internet that I enjoy. And then you see the way that Twitter is running itself, YouTube is running itself, like Instagram is running itself, which I guess, are they all the same? I don't know. But
Instagram and Facebook are the same people now.
That I'm like, why am I putting so much energy into this tomfoolery?
Yes.
But at the same time,
am I so invested in this bullshit? But why can't I remove myself from it? I can't. I was telling Audrey today, I'm nosy. You can't just give me a sip of the tea. You got to fill up my fucking glass. Like, I'm nosy. I want all the scoop.
Yes, but I always want to know what's going on.
I want to know, but I don't want to tell you shit about what's going on in my life. No. Unless I know you in real life, or like we're cool, social media cool enough to where if we lived in the same place, we'd be hanging out in real life. You see what I'm saying? But like otherwise, just listen. I'm all ears, girl. What happened? What? He did what now? Okay, well I gotta go. But thanks for the tea. Yeah. Like. I have always.
It's the best place to be in. It's the best, in my opinion.
Social media just fuels and feeds the nosy gremlin inside of me, because I am able to find out so much shit. Most of the time, I don't give a shit. But hey, it's the principle that I can access the information. So if somebody says, "Hey, Tony, did you hear about so and so?" Hold on, let me check the Twitter. You know what I'm saying? The Twitter, because I'm 40.
I am like, I will Google, I will go on Twitter, like I will search things out. Like you just give me like a drop of tea on my tongue, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna find the cup, bring it to me.
Yes,
I'm gonna drink it all.
That wasn't enough. Chamomile is my favorite. Give me more. Give me more.
I'm gonna go find it if you're not gonna give it to me, okay?
Right. And it's great having like people around you that understand and are just as nosy as you, so they don't judge you. So you get like texts and shit like, "Oh girl, did you hear about this? No, tell me what happened. Girl, let me tell you." Those are like my actual conversations.
Yes. It is why, like, I know drama channels are trash, but I'm also weirdly fascinated, especially when there's drama within the different channels.
When there's drama, I am front row pulled up to get the tea. I want to know. I want to know how people who spend their whole time talking shit about how fucked up other people are. I want to know why you're fucked up. Yeah. I want to know what's happening in your life right now, because you're judgerson in every other aspect, but now you're out here looking crazy, and I need to know why.
Or you're like, well, at least I'm not as bad as this drama channel. I'm like, yeah, you're still you.
You're still pretty shitty.
You're still terrible.
Yeah.
You're just a different variety of terrible than that person.
Like, I don't think drama channels are inherently terrible. I think they're upon conception, they made sense. They were great because when they first came into whatever, they were talking shit about influencers that were doing dirty shit. Yeah. So it made sense, you know, but as the drama channel has kind of gained popularity, first of all, they all talk about the same shit. Every single one is going to have, if fucking Rich Lux gets into a scandal, every drama channel is going to cover it. So why do I need to be subscribed to all of them?
Yeah, I don't.
So I'm not subscribed to any.
Yeah, I don't think I am anymore.
But I follow a couple of them on Twitter because I still want the mess. I just don't want to have to watch a 20-minute video to get the mess.
Yeah.
And especially because there's going to be 20 ads in the fucking 20-minute video. Oh my God. Drama channels and their fucking ads. I can't take it.
That is one of those things that this is something that I did probably a year to 2 years ago now. I
Mm.
started paying for YouTube Premium and it's absolutely worth it for me. It's
I
not cheap every month, but like I don't have regular cable. I don't have any of that. So I'm just like,
okay.
no ads, totally worth it. I can
Everybody,
play it in my background on my
mm,
phone, worth it.
everybody that has it tells me it's worth it, but I
Yeah.
just can't do it. I'm so fucking cheap with the most weird shit. I'm cheap with subscriptions. I'm cheap with fucking clothes.
Yeah.
But makeup, bitch, I'm cheap with facets of makeup.
Yeah.
We've already discussed my cheapness when it comes to eyeliner pencils.
Yeah.
Lip liner pencils, same shit. Especially because I barely wear a lip liner.
Yeah.
So, and I can use an eyeliner as a lip liner.
I
I'll use a
almost,
brown lip. I'll use a brown eyeliner as a lip liner in a
yeah.
fucking heartbeat.
Yeah, I just
So,
haven't been using them over the last, like I still have some. I
mhm.
almost bought one yesterday in my Ulta order because um wait, what was it? Oh, Juvia's, because I heard like somebody
Yeah,
raving about the Juvia's. I heard Angelica raving about the
yep. I
Juvia's
saw that same
liner.
video.
And then I was like, "Oh, they have a really dark one. Maybe I'll get that." And
Mhm.
then I was still like, "No, no, we're not. I'm not
I'm not
touching
gonna
them.
wear
I
it.
haven't
Mhm.
I haven't used it." So it's like, "Okay, take it out of the cart." Because
Right.
even though it's only $10, it was still $10.
And $10 for a lip liner ain't cheap.
No, when I'm buying like LA Girl and like the
Yes.
random like a lot of the ones I have are just like, oh, there's a beauty supply store. I'm gonna go in there and buy from them.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
those kind of
Or
brands. And I'm
like Wet and Wild
yeah, Wet
or
n Wild lip are actually
Knit.
really good. They're
Yeah,
super clean and they're
yes.
pretty expensive.
The NYX ones are pretty good too, depending
Mm,
on which
yeah.
variation, because you know they have 25 variations of
Their
everything.
line is so like bloated.
It's overwhelming, even
I
when you go
don't
to
get
the
it.
aisle in the store. Because
Yeah.
if I go eat, because here in Maryland, some of the grocery stores carry NYX.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I'll go to the grocery store and I'll see NYX. The fucking display is almost the whole aisle, and that's the grocery store. At Ulta, they have at my Ulta, they have a whole fucking
Yeah.
aisle little thing, and then like 6 end caps sprinkled throughout
Mm,
the store.
yeah.
NYX has so much shit. There's so much that it's hard to really find the hidden gems because
Yeah.
there's so much shit. Like their liners, amazing. Their eyeshadows, not so much.
Yeah, no. No.
Thankfully, I learned that early in my makeup journey that
Yeah,
NYX eyeshadows weren't for me.
the Vivid Brights, the little square like bright palette,
Yeah,
that
I
was
remember
my
that.
first like bright. No, that wasn't my first, but that was one of my first introduction to bright shadows. I think it was one of my first introduction to that many bright mattes.
Hmm.
And I think I liked it at the time, but I very quickly moved past it.
I feel like
And
everybody who
yeah,
wears colorful shadow now had that NYX palette. I think I
yeah,
might be the only person because
you weren't missing
literally
out. It's okay.
everybody I know who wears colorful eyeshadow is like, oh yeah, girl, I started with this NYX Vivid Brights or whatever, and now here we are in Rainbow Land.
And
And I'm like,
I think I started actually with Juvia's
I think
because of
that was my
Nikki.
colorful. That was my
Yeah,
colorful shadow. I can't
yeah.
remember. I think I'd seen an Angelica talking about them. I also saw
Mm,
Nikki tutorials.
yeah.
So I was
The
like, okay,
Juvia's Masquerade. That was the one. The Masquerade, the one with the bright pink packaging. And
yes,
it
I
was
think I
like two
have that
rows
in
of
here
colorful
somewhere.
and two rows of neutral.
Yes, I think I have
Um,
that in here somewhere.
but
I don't
yeah,
even
like
use my
that was
Juvia's Place shadows anymore.
it's you know what's really funny? So you were talking about new makeup.
Hmm.
So Hannah Louise Poston, I realize I'm very easily influenced or I over time will become influenced by her recommendations.
Yes.
And she did a video, it's probably been a couple months now, that was like putting together like a dreamy eyeshadow palette. And it was like neutrals. It was kind of like under the sea neutrals.
Okay.
We swatched this one shadow in the video, and I was like, what is that shadow?
I need it.
What is that? And then I found out that it was from the Juvia's Saharan 2, which is discontinued.
They discontinued that?
This one, they discontinued. I think they're discontinuing the Tribe palette.
Yeah, because I haven't seen it on their website,
It's
but I
out of
saw it.
Ulta.
I saw it in Ulta yesterday.
Oh, the Ulta I went to one recently for the first time in a long time, and it was completely sold out. They had the tester palette, but anyway, it's
Right.
this sea blue green
Yeah.
shade. So I literally went and found this on Poshmark because I thought about it for like 2 months.
Right.
And I was like, I really want this one shadow that just looked
It's so
so
pretty.
pretty in her video. And I was like, surely I have other colors, but I even asked around, like I asked people that had this palette that also had other singles if
Hmm.
they had anything that was close. Nobody really could recommend it.
Right.
So, yeah, I was just like, and I'm not even like that keen on some of the other shades in here,
Hmm.
but it's interesting to have another Juvia's palette. Like I bought
Right.
Tribe probably 6 months ago because I finally like actually I got it on super sale. It was like $10,
Oh
which was
yeah.
like price. So I was like, okay, I love my green shadows. That's like my
Right.
favorite color.
That's why I bought it too. When it
Yeah.
came, I think I got it like right when it came out, or
It
not
was
too long after.
I think I was like angry at Juvia's because when it came out, I already knew I liked green shadow, but I was like, three green shadows when you told me like you and then there's the oranges and then there's the dark greens. I don't want like I want like four of those shades. And I was like,
Right.
I'm not gonna spend the money on like four shadows. And then I wore myself down like a year
Well,
later.
at $10 for four shadows.
Yeah. I was like,
That's
okay.
cool. I'll
Yeah,
deal with that.
exactly. But the original like $20 price point, I'm like, no, I shouldn't do it. I don't need it. And then
Right.
finally I was like, finally 2020 hit and I was like, what is need?
What is need? 2020 is the biggest mind fuck ever
It truly is.
because it's the slowest yet fastest moving year I
Mhm.
can remember. It's like I'm ready for it to be over. And just when you think it can't get any more fucked up, bam, something more fucked up happens.
The fact that it's like not to get too sad and dark, but the
Oh no,
fact that we have an election this year.
I was literally just about to say that. I was literally about to
Like
say that.
that's all of the dread, all of the
Yes,
dread that
I'm
has like
terrified.
built up and up and up and
I'm terrified. I'm terrified, honestly. I already told Audra,
yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
if he wins again, I'm moving to fucking Canada.
Oh,
I'm dead
I
ass.
like getting I like T's Project Exodus. So T is Nappy Headed Jehovah. Another person. If you don't know who they are, you need to go find their
Seriously, go
channel
follow
and
her.
amazing human being. As soon as she started talking about Project Exodus, I was like, okay, yes, I'm listening. And this is the project to literally get out of the country. And
Yeah,
while I am not a black person, just to make that clear, um, I've also for a very long time not liked this country.
right.
And it's only gotten worse and it's gotten scarier and it's gotten more terrible. So I think everybody that wants to get out should be able to.
For sure. And I think that a lot of people are under the misconception that it's just black people that hate it here. And I think
Yeah.
2020 has really shown people like, no, 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 no. The white folks hate it too.
Yeah.
Like the regular white people, quote unquote, not the lunatics, but like the regular white people who
Yeah.
are part of society and like
Yeah.
don't hate people just for whatever the fuck reason.
Yeah.
They hate it here too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I have some friends, some social media friends in Canada, and they're like, oh, well, Tony, let us know. You can come stay with me. I'm like, look, bitch, I'll fuck around and be on your couch. Don't play with me. Like, my son is 18. He can stay here if he wants to, but I'm out
Yep. Yeah.
if the current president is reelected.
Yeah.
If he gets voted out, then I'm cool.
If he actually leaves.
Oh, they're going to have to drag him out by his toupee.
Yeah. I mean, if he gets voted out and they can actually get him out, I might slow down my pace on
For sure.
thinking about leaving.
Yeah.
But right now,
I'm ready to go right now. I'm just waiting for the election. I'm just waiting for the election to let me know, okay, do I pack up my shit today or do I pack up my shit after January when the new administration starts so I can see how fucked up they're going to have it?
Yeah, exactly. Like, do I continue to try to save any little bit of money that I have? to work on leaving, or do I just go? Just
I'm just gonna go.
yeah. Like it
I'm
just
one of those type of people who are like, if I plan to strategically save, I
oh, that's true.
cannot.
I'm terrible at that too.
If I tell, like, whenever I've said, okay, I'm gonna go on a no buy, literally a month later, I'm buying all the shit. If I
A
don't,
month? You're doing good. I cannot.
because I always tell myself I'm going on a no buy during a slow release time. It's always,
Okay.
it's
So you
always
don't have any desire anyway to
right. It's
buy.
always
Yeah.
times when nothing is really coming out that's interesting me. So I'm
Yeah.
like, oh well, fuck it. I don't need to buy anything, and I'll be good for like a month, sometimes longer.
Yeah.
But 2020, the no buy, I can't even spell it.
Oh no. No.
I haven't even attempted to bullshit myself that way because no,
Mm-mm.
I want everything right now. Everything that's gonna make me happy, I want it.
Yeah.
Whether it's
And
people,
yeah.
makeup, whatever. If you bring
Yeah.
joy to my life in this shit show that's
Give it
2020,
to me.
I want it and I want more. Okay? Because
Right
2020
now in my hand.
right now.
Come.
What do you mean I can only get 2-day shipping? You can't ship it today and I have it later? Why isn't there a BH Cosmetics storefront so I can go to the store and pick up my wares because they were
Seriously.
online only at Ulta or they were sold out of the fucking ice cream cone palettes that I've been dying to get.
I'm glad that I resisted those. Like I
Oh
just
man,
when they first launched, I was like, they're cute, but I don't think they're like I was just like, I don't think so. And then like almost instantly we found out they were limited edition and almost instantly the green one like fully sold out and I was like, okay, then I'm good.
I was
If I can't
so
get
mad I
just
missed the green.
one, like if I can't get them because I don't think I before 2020 I'd be like, no, I wouldn't have bought them all. But in
2020,
2020, I could have fallen into that trap.
I bought 3.
Okay.
I bought the red one, even though
Yeah.
I don't wear red eyeshadow. I bought the neutral one because I do wear neutrals. And I got the cotton candy one, which is like the light blue, the purple, and the pinky one.
Yeah.
And the red one has like some orange, some corally orangey shades in there that look like they might be kind of promising. That's
Hmm.
why. And I got that new fucking Halloween palette they came out with the little mini one.
Okay, because I was like, the big one looks so stupid. The
The
big
big
one, the
one,
color palette did not.
yeah, I don't
But
like it either.
you know what's so funny is I am such a clown lately that again, Angelica talked about how the cherry on top one, the red one,
Yeah,
was like her favorite, and I went back and I had it in my cart for a while at Ulta. I don't even me and red eyeshadow are not a thing. We are
exactly.
not. I don't reach for red. I really don't reach for orange even more than red, but like it's not a thing for me. Yet she said it was good and it was still available. So I was like, maybe.
Right. Maybe this will be what brings me into red eyeshadow. That's literally what I said to myself as I bought it. Literally what I said to myself. Oh, well, maybe these 2 palettes, even though I have tons of eyeshadow palettes that have reds,
Yeah.
never touched them. These are the ones that are going to inspire me to use some red eyeshadow. Clown, Bozo the clown makeup.
Yes. Literally
That's
put a red nose on me. It's fine. It's fine. I'm
Listen,
a clown.
I'm a clown and I'm proud. Fuck it. Like,
And
I can't help it.
the theme of like my theme of 2020 has been like I not having shame for buying for and I like I did a whole video about soothe shopping and
Yeah,
how like a lot of people shame people for that. We live in a country without universal health care.
right.
Therapy is expensive and not really accessible to most of us.
Fucking A.
So don't fucking shame me for soothe shopping when it's one of the only ways that I can find little bits of comfort because I don't have access to therapy and to mental health assistance, basically.
Right.
Like,
And
I'm
especially
okay.
because 2020, like this
Yes,
year,
exactly.
regular
Yeah,
coping mechanisms just ain't getting it for me. I'm
no.
in therapy. I go to therapy once a month. My
Yeah,
therapist is like, okay, I'm going to refer you to another therapist so you can have more regular treatment. Like
yeah,
my shit is, I got some
yeah,
shit going on,
yeah.
but it's just not like the medications, of course, help because they help me from
Hmm.
being too high or too low. But
Yeah,
like on the daily, some days all that makes me happy is buying a new fucking body butter when I
yeah,
know I have a drawer full of lotions. But this one is banana. And banana makes me happy. So I fucking bought it. Plus I bought it because I bought the shower gel by mistake because they're in the same bottle.
Yeah.
But it makes me happy. I'm so excited. I can't wait to take
How
a
is
fucking
the
shower.
banana shower gel?
Oh, it smells so good.
I might have to get it.
It's not super, super strong, but
Yeah.
it gives you just enough of the banana vanilla smell. And then when you get out of the shower, it lingers, but briefly. It's not like one of those Bath and Body Works body washes where you put that shit on and you smell like it all day.
Yeah.
Not that intense. But that's how the Hemp's brand is. Because I've used some of their other like lotions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the smell on the lotions will usually last you a while.
Okay.
But it's the shower gel is just like, okay, I'm in the shower and it smells good. It's the sugared banana and vanilla blossom.
Okay. Because my thing with like lotion, I usually don't like scented lotions because I feel like it's like the way this is a weird analogy, but it works in my head. My lips really don't like tinted lip balms because I think the color and the balm like negates any of the moisturizing capabilities of it. And to me, scented lotions do that to my skin. The fragrance in the lotions mess with me in terms of how actually moisturizing. And maybe it's just I'm not using good scented lotions. But once I realized it, I'll just like buy. I forget who I normally would buy. I need to do a winter re-up because I have some that I'm using that's fine. But I get like some of the more intensive like almost psoriasis eczema kind of like
same,
lotions.
The skin on my legs is dry as a mummy's vagina.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what time of the year. It doesn't matter what soap, how hot or cold my shower is. When I get out of the shower and dry off, my legs are going to be ashy.
Yeah.
Every time.
So, but for body wash, I will definitely do scent. And that sugared banana just...
Oh, it smells so good. Oh, I wish you could smell it through the fucking computer. Oh, it smells so good. I love it, love it, love it.
I love like kind of fake banana scents.
Me too. Like banana runts.
Banana candy is everything.
Banana now and laters are the best smelling shit ever. I won't debate.
Banana Laffy Taffies. What about that part? Okay.
Yes, they're tied for first place. Banana Laters, Banana Laffy Taffy. It smells like heaven in a wrapper.
Oh, and everybody that's like, I don't like that. I'm like,
fuck you, man.
Okay, I get it, but like, let me have my moment
of
like loving my weird candy scents.
I wish I could find a candle that smelled like it. If I could find a candle that smelled like Banana Laffy Taffy.
I'm literally writing that down because I like to do those random. I realize like research kind of work, like looking things up like that. Like it's something I'm actually I kind of doing in some of my freelance work, but I like that. You're like, give me a problem, give me a question that can be answered by Googling it.
Right.
I might be able to find it.
If you find it, Emily, please send me the link because I want to buy 10. I want to buy 10.
I love that scent. I love it.
I wish a friend, one of my Twitter followers, she sent me a candle from Serpent and Flame.
I've never heard about them.
And I hadn't tried them before either. I think they're called Serpent and Flame, Serpent and Fire, something like that. My memory is the word.
It's fine.
It's Serpent and something. I know that for a fact. And they have these candles and they all have like really funny names. Like mine is about, I think it says, I'm sick of this meeting or something about meetings. Cause I'm always tweeting about how much I hate these fucking meetings I have to have at work. Yes. So I think the candle is called Another Fucking Meeting, but all of their candles have amazing names, amazing scents. I combed their website. I'm like, please let them have a fucking banana one to match my fucking lotion and my shower gel so I can get out of the bathroom smelling like Banana Laffy Taffy. But they don't have one. Bath and Body Works has one, but I'm not really fucking with them right now.
I'm actually in this, speaking of buying things, I actually do want some candles. I'm not like a candle person in that I don't like to buy a bunch, but I had a vanilla sea salt one from Target or something that I actually burned all the way through recently. And I was like, okay, no, it's time. I need another candle now.
Yeah.
Like it's 2020. I need soothing, and that right now
Yes.
that's like flame and nice scents and all of that. So
All
it
of
is serpent and flame. I just
I knew
found
it
it.
was serpent and something. Y'all don't judge me. Okay. Y'all who are used to being around here, meaning the podcast, y'all already know I'm a hot ass mess. But we're here. Figuring this shit out. But yeah, they have so many cool ones. They have like genre candles for like named after celebrities. They have witchy candles. They have all sorts of shit.
Wait, I found one called Fuck Yeah Banana Daiquiri.
Oh shit. Oh, let me write that shit down. Of course, there's no pens. I'm at my vanity because this is the easiest place for me to do these kinds of things. I have 25 million fucking eyeliners, a whole fucking cup, no fucking pen or pencil.
I can usually keep track of about one pin at a time. I have
Same.
one right now, and it went missing earlier today. And I was like, no, I have one pin. Where is it?
I have a bunch of pens in my bedroom, but my station isn't in here. But either way, I'll remember that.
I'll send it to you.
Fuck yeah, Banana Daiquiri. Fuck yeah.
I'm instantly in love with their site. So thank you for that. Like,
and they sell the candles in different sizes, which I also like. They're not all the big, huge ones like fucking Bath and Body Works has. Because I don't go through them.
The wood, the wick that actually makes the crackling noises.
Yeah.
The wood wick. Those are so nice.
And the one I have, the crackle isn't one of, you know how some of them are like super, super loud and it's a little bit offensive? It's super, super quiet to where like just when you kind of catch it, you'll hear it, but it's not like overwhelming the sound of your room. The scent throw is really good. Oh, I love them. I almost bought like 1,700 candles the other day, but I'm like, no, because I have to go to Ulta. So let me kind of get my shit together, and then we'll see. Next day, I'm buying all of the candles. All of them. I can't wait.
I think I'm going to be making some purchases. There's a lot of great, so like candles are not a world that I had really explored in terms of like indie handmade, because I just was like, I don't really care.
Right.
But then once I went through like it's like I got like a big candle and I went through it, I was like, okay, maybe I do like these.
Right. Like I still have some candles from like last winter Bath and Body Works, like Twisted Peppermint is like my favorite, and Peppermint Marshmallow. Peppermint Marshmallow, I've burned through 2 whole ones, like down to the can't even light it anymore.
Yeah.
So I have my favorites, but like I said, I'm not fucking with them right now.
Yeah, I think Twisted Peppermint is the one. I got that, and I got like a apple spice one that I still technically have, but Twisted Peppermint I did burn through because it's that like vanilla peppermint, right?
Yes.
That, like,
oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
I burned through a whole one of the Twisted Peppermint last year.
Yeah.
So I bought another one, and I don't know why, I just haven't burned it yet. I think because it's pink and it's pretty and it looks cute in my little situation. I haven't burnt it yet.
Yeah.
But
I'm just like, ooh, serpent, and I just love their names and their like.
That's what sold me. The names of their candles, because how accurate is it? Another fucking meeting. Like that's how I feel. That's how I felt when I went to go do the meeting I scheduled for today. Like another fucking meeting. I hate meetings. I feel like, especially in 2020, everything can be resolved in an email. We don't have to like sit and talk to each other. But like my job is on this whole thing where they want to, maintain solidarity since we're all wherever. Whatever, man. Whatever. Like, okay. But don't hold me up either. Because like my supervisor can never get off the phone. I'm like, okay, well, thanks you guys. Oh, well, one more thing. Fuck, what? And it's never anything important.
Of course not, because it's another bleeping meeting. I just found the candle. It's another bleeping meeting.
And it's about nothing.
Bourbon, wood, and oh, I love this. The blend. Bourbon, wood, and words that could have been sent in an email.
That candle is me, and I am that candle.
You are one.
We are one. We are joined in spirit.
And this is also like of course, shopping satisfies different parts of like the coping mechanisms, but then there's also the joy of like finding a brand that's just doing cool shit, and you're like,
Yes.
you released a candle called Another Bleeping Meeting.
And that's my life.
I
How
want to
do
give
you
you
know
all
me?
my money.
I feel
Like,
seen. I feel seen. So now
yeah,
since you've seen me, I have to support you.
capitalism in a
Cap-
nutshell.
In a, in a nutshell, yes.
But
Supply
like the
and demand.
capitalism I don't feel bad about in a
Yes,
weird way, where I'm just like, you seem like you're a small indie brand just doing cool shit. I want to support that. That's what I love seeing in the makeup world.
yes.
I feel like indie skincare, I'm not really that. I haven't delved into
Me
that.
either. I'm a little sus when it comes to indie skincare because for
Yeah,
me, even if because like I buy mostly drugstore skincare. Like I'm not
yeah.
paying all that fucking money. I used to be into like the serums and shit like that, but
Hmm.
I never really get down to using them, so they just go bad. So I just stopped buying them. So you typically I buy my skincare from the drugstore. Fine. An indie skincare brand, I'm always like, I don't know. I need to hear what other
Yeah.
people say about it. Is it going to irritate my skin? Is it going to extra dry? I never really fucking know. So I don't mess with that. But indie makeup for sure. I love indie
Yeah.
makeup. I think that indie makeup is really setting the trends.
It
And
really is.
these like the recent release that really pissed me off, those Natasha Denona fucking two two 0.5 ounces or however fucking much it is of those liquid multi-chromes, and people
$28.
28 doll hairs, and people were acting like it was the most revolutionary shit. I'm like, y'all know JD Glow exists, right? They put these out a year ago.
Or even the powder multi-chromes. Like, so the Natasha Denona thing, I had this weird, like, I still have a lot of like skeptical judgment of it, and I
Yeah,
think it's overpriced,
yeah,
especially for the product. And I also generally don't think liquid eyeshadows are worth it.
right.
And then I've also like heard other parts, like reviews where it's like it doesn't have the black base, it's really easy to work with, and it kind of makes me want it. But I'm
Yes,
also just like, but no, fuck you. I like indie brands have been doing such cool shit for
exactly.
so long
And I
that
would
like,
rather give one of them my
yes.
28 doll hairs, because not only am I going to be able to get the liquid multichrome, but I can probably get a highlighter too, depending on what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm not going to give her $28, and especially because of the size of the container.
They look tiny.
They are tiny, because Teresa said in her video that they were super
Yeah.
small. Fuck that. 28
Yeah.
doll hairs for
Yeah.
not even a quarter of an ounce of product? You're kidding.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
No.
Even the Steel of Glitter and Glows, as shitty as they were, had more product in them than that.
Yeah. I
Nah,
just think
girl.
the whole thing with the liquid shadows, I'm just like,
I'm not into it.
just do it as a powder. Like, please, just do it as a powder. It doesn't
Mhm.
go bad so quickly. And that's the thing, is that like also like, okay, if you want to do, I could see, honestly, I could see Natasha or Pat doing individual singles of
Mhm.
multi-chromes and doing them in really special packaging.
I don't know
So
why
it's,
Pat McGrath hasn't yet, to be quite frank with you. I don't
and
know why
like,
she hasn't done a whole 10 pan in the black lacquer of
yeah.
all special shades. Like, I don't know why
If
she's
she
done
did
that.
a whole special, like not even just multi-chrome, but just all
Yeah,
special shades, I would finally be like, take my money.
yeah,
Like, because
please.
those are the shadows that make my heart skip a beat.
Same.
And but even for her, like she did her single eyeshadows, but she could do these really specially packaged so they feel like a little gift,
Hmm.
multi-chrome. And that I could understand being like it's $28 or something
Right.
for a single. Not that I would buy them,
Me
but I
either,
would
because fuck that. But
understand it.
exactly.
But like a little tube of just a little shitty like liquid eyeshadow tube for $28, it
Fuck
just
that.
doesn't feel special, and then it's
Right.
just overpriced. So it's just like,
Exactly.
no, no.
I can get a mixing medium and a
Mhm.
loose multi-chrome and make literally that exact shit. And it'll be a little bit easier to manage because I mixed it myself.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I'm
here's the
saying?
thing, is that I don't actually even want the liquid. I don't know who is at my door. I'm like, why would somebody be here right now? There's no reason. And you're going to see my ultimate introverted self where I'm just going to be like, I don't exist. No, honestly. I'm like, why would anybody be here right now?
Right.
It's probably somebody delivering something and they don't realize that they can just leave it and not have me answer
Right.
the door. Literally didn't answer that door. Yeah, we're not doing
Which is,
that.
but sidebar, that's the best thing about 2020 is that people are now like, it's totally fine for people to just drop shit off and go
Yeah,
without it being a whole big fucking thing. I don't have to sign for anything. I don't have to make sure that I have a bra on, you know.
exactly. Like,
DoorDash, they text me and they let me know, hey, your food is at your door. They send me a picture. Cool. I
and I've
love it.
actually been using the app Root. That's
Hmm.
like a mailing, like a shipping app where it'll like basically show any orders that you have like out, like on its way or in
Yeah,
transit.
I use the
Um,
shop app, which is basically the same.
Okay. So I just looked at it and I was like, oh, I think I know what it is. It probably is that. But also, I don't really feel like dealing with you right now. So you're going
Exactly.
to leave the package there. And also, I don't have to interact with you because safety
Social distance.
reasons.
Right.
Exactly.
Like that for me has been the best blessing of 2020. Like
Yes.
social distancing. Now it's cool that I don't want to be around people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I have this conversation. So there's a dear person who I met through like live streaming with Audra, which is also known as Lagutta Gang, and
Whoop,
also
whoop.
T's like live streams and community, and her name is Yolanda. And
Mhm.
we've talked about how um the only thing I miss right now in this life is travel. But
Yes.
like, the setup of working from home, of social distancing, of wearing a mask while I'm out in the world,
Hmm.
while it's weird as an introvert, as a true introvert who also deals with social anxiety,
Hmm.
um, it's actually been good for me.
Right.
I just want to be able to go out and do my solo travels. But
Right.
everything else, like
I'm cool.
and the work, I would like more work than what I have. Like
Yeah.
that's been an issue. But a lot of the things that a lot of especially extroverts and extroverts that really feed off of that have been sad about, I've been like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Right. I'm cool. Like the only thing I really miss is being able to go out with my friends more frequently and being
Yeah.
able to like hug them and
Yes.
and go out on dates, even though I'm not a dating ass bitch for real, but like
Yeah.
to go out, you know what I
Hmm.
mean, with my homegirls I miss. But we fixed that shit 2 weeks ago. I went out with my homegirls because this restaurant we went to by my house had
Hmm.
outdoor seating, so we
Nice.
slid our asses right out there and got drunk as shit. And
I
it was
love
a
it.
blast, and I love that reset for me was what I
Hmm.
needed. But I can
Yeah.
also get that a lot of people don't need that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And for me, so one of my good friends, in the middle of summer, I don't remember if it was beginning of July or mid-July. She moved though, and her new place has a backyard. She has her own like private like backyard. And in Brooklyn, that's
I was about to
huge.
say in New York.
In New York, it's
My God,
huge.
yeah, because my
It's
aunt lives in
it's
Queens and she's been living in the same apartment literally my
yeah.
whole life.
Yeah, and that's been the hardest part for me. I don't have an outdoor space. Like not having a because every all outdoor spaces are public, like not
Right,
having an outdoor space just to go and like be out in the sun more, like the way
right.
I would go to the park or the beach. I didn't really do this summer, but her place, like me and basically it was three of us, we hung out. It's been twice now, and like I actually got to spend like a whole Saturday out, like we just like hung out, grilled food,
Oh, that's
ate, like
awesome.
drank, and like just enjoyed it. And it's exactly the right words, the reset. It was the
Hmm.
reset that I needed. Like, I was like, okay, if I could do this once a month,
Yes, I'm cool.
I'm good. That's like
Yeah,
all I need. Like
yeah,
that's because my social like my friend battery, my like love was filled. It was totally filled.
yes,
My social battery was completely drained at the end of it, but then I took time to recover, and
yes.
that was okay because it was worth it. Um,
And
yeah,
honestly, like after that, I felt unstoppable. Like nothing is gonna bother me for the
yeah,
next couple of days because I was going off the high of my being around my friends, taking
yeah,
pictures, being drunk, taking bathroom selfies like we used to do. You know, like
yeah,
in that brief moment, it was like the chaos isn't a
yeah,
thing. And
yeah,
I think everybody who needs that should find a way to experience that. Because like
yeah.
I'm lucky, like there's a big park and a lake next to
Mhm.
my house. So and I have a balcony. So I can just go sit on my
That's
balcony
nice.
because I
Yeah,
don't smoke in my house. So I go,
yeah,
so I get my doses of outside. But like
yeah.
I didn't realize how important outside was until I couldn't go.
Yeah, and I know, so I talked about this like on my channel, and Audra and I talked about it in one of our live streams, how like September hitting was this real moment of like, oh no.
Right.
Because
Like
it clicked like summer was over
mhm.
and sunshine and outdoor time. I'm not an outdoorsy person, but I like being outside and I like
Yeah,
being
same.
around like at the beach or at a lake or like being around water or
Right.
being outside with friends. And it hit like, oh, that's over.
Yeah. Cause like in it's almost the end of it's almost October.
Yeah.
So it's gonna start getting dark at 6 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
for those of us on this side of the world.
Yeah.
And I'm not excited.
No. And so
I forget
that
it.
paired with like the dread of the election,
I'm
I was
over it.
just like, oh, yeah, no, I'm over this already and winter fall has barely started. Like
Just bring on 2021. Can we just skip the rest of this bullshit? Like
I'm
somebody seal the hell mouth so we can go to the next part because
please.
where's Buffy Summers when you need her? God damn it.
Absolutely. And where's the hellmouth? Can we find it and
Oh,
seal it?
I'm
Do we
convinced it's
know where it
Florida.
is?
I'm convinced it's Florida.
We just need to slice that part off. Just
Yeah, really. California is breaking off because of earthquakes. Why can't Florida fucking break off?
so my friend, I have a friend in the Bay Area, and I was talking to her the other night. We had a long video chat, which was also restorative, and she was like, "Well, California has been in talks of like seceding," and I was like, "I'm listening."
Right, because if that's going to be a new country, fuck it, I'll move over there if I don't have to move all the way to Canada. It's cold in
Yeah,
Canada,
yeah, exactly.
and
Like
I don't do well with cold weather.
there is a multitude of climates just in California.
Right.
So
Get
you can pick what works for you.
right. As long as I can choose to not be in the snow.
Hmm.
We're good to
Yep.
go. I'd
Yeah.
move to
So
Florida if it wasn't a fucking hellhole.
agreed. Agreed. Like if Florida
Socially and
wasn't Florida,
politically, it's a fucking shit show. But the climate for me is perfect.
yeah.
Even though I love the fall because I'm a boots and sweaters kind of bitch, but I'll trade it in a heartbeat to live in the warmth all year.
I'm with you on that. I know that we're like I feel like we are not the norm, or maybe it's just a unique. I know so many people that are like, yes, fall, and I'm like,
Right. Yes. Oh, it's almost winter. The snow. Bitch, fuck you and the snow. I hate that shit.
fuck the snow,
I hate that shit so much.
snow, the ice, the wind, like
All that shit can
everything
go.
that comes with it.
All that
I
shit can go.
no.
So maybe I'll move to Jamaica if what's his name is reelected. I don't know. But I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Oh my
Oh, I've
God.
been thinking about like Mexico. Like I so
Right. I
I
can speak
follow a
enough
lot of
Spanish. I can speak, even though I'm Dominican and my Spanish should be better, and my mother is looking down from heaven, cursing me out every day about it. I'd move to Mexico. Fuck it.
yeah.
It's close
So
enough to the States where I could drive over the border if I need to see anybody.
exactly.
I'd move to Mexico.
Yeah. There's
And they hate
there's
and they hate our president as much as I do. So hey.
exactly all the hatred can just be directed his way.
Yes.
There's a food writer that I follow. his name is Rick Andrew Martinez, and he's worked with Bon Appetit. I think he still is, but like in the midst of everything that happened there in terms of just basically, I don't know if you know much about that part of like the food stuff is basically like in the midst of the height of, well, not even the height, but right at the beginning of kind of when a lot of the Black Lives Matters protests started, it kind of got revealed that all of these different creators, writers that they had on the Bon Appetit YouTube channel doing video, all of the brown people were not getting paid to do those videos, but the white people were.
Of fucking course.
So he is, I don't know if he, I will admit, I don't know if he is Mexican or I know he's Latino, but, or he would probably say Latinx, but he moved basically, he was in, I think he was in Mexico in the midst of when COVID hit. And so he had been like kind of like basically in, I think, Mazatlán. And I think then he just recently like bought a house and he's like staying and you know,
Right.
you can always travel or whatever. But I don't know if it's just like the food he posts plus the visuals plus the sunny weather. I'm like,
everything about Mexico that I've seen, even though of course they have their fucked up parts like every other
yeah,
place in the world. Anything I've ever seen about Mexico, even the gangster shit, I'm like, hey, I could deal with that in comparison to what I'm dealing with here.
yeah.
I just need to know how they feel about black people in Mexico before I take my ass down there.
And it might be one of those things where it's like, might not be a permanent move, but it might be a good option when you're just like, okay, I gotta get out of here.
Right. And my job can't tell me, oh, well, you can't do your job from there. Why the fuck not? I've been doing my job from home for almost a fucking year.
And I think that's the reality is once I realized like so many people can do their job from anywhere. That has what made, I feel like that's what made more people open to this conversation about getting out.
I think so too.
Because even if you don't feel like it's going to be a permanent choice for whatever reason, you can kind of relocate.
Yep.
And figure it out from there.
Right.
So,
for me, as long as there's good internet, I can do my job. So anywhere
really for any part of my life.
Yeah, anywhere the internet is good, I can do my job, I can do my podcast, I can do my YouTube.
Yep.
I'm straight.
I know. So it's interesting. I think just having this perspective of like, oh, there are other options out there. Like I don't know if I ever felt like, oh, like the United States is my only option, but I think I was intimidated by the concept of making that move.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, what is there to lose?
Right. I know I was more so because I'm like, well, how am I going to work in another country where they may not speak my language or whatever? But 2020 is like, girl, you can do anything, any fucking where now.
Yeah.
Which honestly is the best, has been the only good thing to come out of this. Oh my gosh, my computer is about to die.
Oh, okay.
Oh gosh. And of course, my shit is all ratchet in here. Who unplugged my shit? Haha. There we go. All right.
I saw that look in your face like something is happening.
On that note, ma'am. Oh shit, my headset came out. Oh duh. I'm on the struggle bus today. Sorry.
That is okay. I had the doorbell and I have the cats and just like just a day.
Listen, like I said, I'm surprised Ted hasn't come out here yet because I've been out here for a while. But on that note, thank you so much, Emily. I appreciate you so much for being on my podcast. I love you so much.
I'm so happy to be here. You did nonsense bingo on your first episode, and I was like, what?
I had to because I've been wanting to do it for so long, but you know, I didn't have a YouTube channel. So I'm like, how am I going to fucking participate in this that I love? I'll do it in the first episode of my podcast because the Q&A, I'm like, a Q&A isn't going to take long because not a lot of people know me, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, how can I extend this episode in a way that's going to be fun for me, but it's also going to kind of give people a little bit of insight into me?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is perfect because people are going to know that I'm a shady bitch. People are going to know that I will tell you exactly how I feel about things, if I love it or hate
And
it.
that you have thoughts
And then
about
I have thoughts about things.
And when you struggle to hit bingo, I was like, you know my pain.
I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to hit this fucking bingo. I'm fucking high as giraffe pussy right now. Like, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, how am I going to get there? But I made it and I hit fucking bingo. But I was like, I don't know how Emily and Teresa do this and haven't ended up in the hospital.
And
because,
also edit it all. Because then afterwards,
the
I'm like, oh, now I have to take all this footage of me being drunk and like ridiculous and like turn it into something.
Well,
and sometimes it's funny and sometimes it's not. But it was really an honor to hear you do it, honestly, on your podcast. And listening to your podcast has been so lovely.
Oh my
and
God.
I know your last podcast, like you kind of spilled your guts, but you know me, those are the videos that when I do them, when I actually talk it out and I talk about things, like people come out of the woodworks in the best way possible.
Oh my God, it was
They
crazy.
show like love and support, and they share how they feel similar, or and that's like the stuff that restores me. So I was excited to see you do it and hear that it was a positive reaction from people.
It totally was. I didn't anticipate it being as well received as it was, that episode in particular.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it was heavy and it wasn't the usual type of content that I put out. Not that I always put out, bullshit fluff entertainment, because that's not me, but like for me, it was me showing my emotions to people.
Yeah.
Without being able to control how they receive it. So I'm like, oh shit, are people going to think I'm a pussy? Like, are people going to fucking talk shit about me? Because I'm crying, actually legitimately crying here. Yeah. If somebody says something shitty, I'm going to go berserk. But they didn't. And I got not just comments on the video, but like DMs and emails and texts, like from people I know in my real life who are like, Tony, you were able to verbalize exactly how I feel. And for me as a content creator, that's always my goal. I'm not always going to make sense, but I'm always going to be real about it. So that's how I was feeling. And honestly, I felt so much better after that episode recording. And then that same weekend was when I went out with my homegirls. So it was like a complete full circle of reset that I didn't realize that I needed. But just people listening to my podcast in general, I'm like, what? Why? Like, thank you. I don't want you to not listen. I just want to know why you do. Because it's just me babbling like a fool to myself. You know what I mean? But like,
you think you're babbling.
Yeah, I do.
Like you're saying good stuff. You are expressing yourself. And I think my take on this, to like wrap it all up, is that I think the more that we, meaning not just me and you, but like people in general, the more that we are brave enough to kind of be ourselves on the internet for everyone to see, I think it helps other people realize that they can be whoever they are.
I think so too.
And that's been like the coolest part of all of this. It's just realizing that like you don't have to make content on the internet. Don't do it if you don't actually want to. Like, even when we would bully you about having a YouTube channel, I don't want you to do it if you don't actually want to. But if doing it, or if us doing it helps you realize as a person, you can curse as much as you want, you can talk shit, you can be nosy, you can wear colorful makeup, you can do whatever you want. That's cool. That's like that's like one of the biggest highlights of all of this, is just being myself on the internet, and being as much of myself as I can be every moment of my day has made it better.
Yeah, for sure. I've loved that I've been able, and I always say it on the podcast when I close out, like, thank you guys for taking time out to fuck with me. And thank you for giving me a space, even though I technically created it myself, but thank you for giving me the space to be myself. Thank you for giving me the space to say what I'm feeling, even though it's not always going to be fucking sunshine and rainbows. Because I'm not
Yeah.
a sunshine and rainbows ass bitch.
I've learned real quickly I'm a pessimistic motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm a little spicy, and I'm not for everybody, but that's cool. The people who I am for, I know them. Like, my tribe is finding me. And I think that's been the biggest benefit to not only creating content, but getting to know content creators and seeing them grow, seeing their tribes grow, and seeing that it's legit people who are there because they want to fuck with you, and it's not people who want to treat you like shit.
Yeah.
And that's really what made me be like, okay, Tony, sure, there are going to be some assholes. There's assholes everywhere, but do you?
Yeah.
And I think that 2020 has been a big year for a lot of us to realize, like, shit can hit the fan at any minute. Do you and be you at every opportunity, because tomorrow's not promised. And yeah, our parents told us that shit growing up, but what did they know? They
It
didn't go
also
through
hits
this shit.
completely different to say tomorrow
Mhm.
is not promised in 2020
Hell
than it
yeah.
even did in 2019.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
if there was ever a time to do a thing or many things that make you happy or bring you joy or let you express a side of yourself that you can't express otherwise, now is the time.
For sure. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Regular Girl Reviews podcast. I'll have all of Emily's information in the description box down below. You guys already know where I'm at by now. I'll have my updated Twitter because, the old one is still suspended. And as I say at the end of every episode, Black lives still matter and always will matter today, tomorrow, and forever. Stay safe. Wear a mask, wash your ass, and be a good fucking person. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.
Yay.
Oh, I'm waiting like it's a live stream again.
Like, bye. How do I end it? There we go.
Oh.